Hello Wolfpack. We're right here on Nevada on the website. This is a sponsored video. I'm promoting Nevada in this video, but I will say that I will never promote a coin that I do not actually believe in. I genuinely believe that Nevada does have, at least the potential, to grow with a casino platform being launched via the Binance Smart Chain this month, actually, according to the roadmap. So within the next 6 days, and I've had word from the developers that it's going to be happening very, very, very soon, which is obviously the main use case of this coin. Essentially, the Nevada coin itself, you can use it for staking, you can use it for exchanging for chips in the online casino and play against actual professional world-class World Series poker players, including, and not only limited to this player here, Malene Wiesner. And she is a World Series poker player that played in 2016, reaching her highest rank, and still playing online and in person to this day. So she is an ambassador for this token, and I suppose there are many more to come, not only her limited. So essentially, what this token describes themselves, the Nevada token, what they describe themselves as, is a pioneering Binance Smart Chain token that lets you stake your tokens while playing in some of the hottest casino games. I'm assuming that includes poker, blackjack, slot machines, whatever you may play in a casino. Now, you are not only limited to playing these casino games. If you're an investor and you don't like gambling, for example, this is still a good investment because you can see the use case. That's the whole point of being an investor, right? You can see the use case, you can see its potential, invest in it, and cop a return, hopefully. So essentially, Nevada is, as I said, a fast-growing Binance Smart Chain token with a secure and trustworthy gaming platform environment. They've locked liquidity. The team's tokens, to the best of my knowledge, have been locked. They can't sell any of their tokens as of yet. They have a CerTech audit coming in, and they had an audit by a company before the actual pre-sale itself. So the token, from what I'm seeing, is actually relatively safe. It doesn't look like it's going to be a rug pull or anything like that. Nevada has been getting exponential exposure after the pre-sale. It was listed on CoinMarketCap and trending for 4 straight days. And we have more partnerships and features to come, including a partnership that was recently done with BlockMine, which some of you may know. It's essentially a liquidity mining service that is gaining in popularity. It came out in October this year, or May this year, should I say, and it's gaining in popularity rapidly. It's got that Coin Tiger partnership, and it's obviously working on getting things going with TradingView, and it's just done CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, so we're good to go there. Scrolling down, we can see that the gambling platform, which we've just described, is actually being released this month, and we can look at the roadmap in a second here and see that if we scroll across, we've got all of this stuff that's been done. Now, this token is relatively new, but they have been working quite hard. As you can see, they had an Interfi audit. That was the one I was looking for, and the CerTech audit, it says done here, but I'm pretty sure it is on the way, ready to be released from what I've heard of. Now, the reason why you're being shown this video right now is because I'm assuming that this marketing campaign that I'm going to come up on in a second here, let's see, a massive marketing push is actually beginning or in process. And the reason why this is important, and we're going to get into the technical analysis in a second, is because you are hearing about this token at the very start of a marketing push. And the marketing push is actually materialized, or you wouldn't be hearing this video. So that is bullish in my personal opinion, because if you think about coins and lots of tokens, especially on the Binance Smart Chain, they always promise, but they don't actually deliver. And the fact that this video is sponsored and it's actually being made right now is real proof that they're actually delivering on their promises. And I've seen some of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, and I can say personally that they are delivering on their promises. Now, what we have next coming up is an NFT platform introduction. Now, I have seen on their Twitter account, which is here, they have 11,000 followers. They have some NFTs for sale currently, I'm pretty sure. So they're working on the NFT sector as well, which is something else to bring in for use case. What they also do have is a staking platform that we're going to get into in a second, but they've got a poker/casino competition with obviously professional players, and that's where a celebrity endorsement comes in a second, so we'll scroll past that in a second. But they have celebrity endorsement coming in for this token, which goes to prove more marketing, obviously on the same level as this professional poker player here. Obviously, they're going to be poker players from the best of my knowledge, and potentially other celebrities as well. So There is championships going on the platform from professional players and also casual players like yourself. If you're interested in this kind of thing, that will boost the popularity, which is bullish to see and great to see. So celebrity onboarding, here we go, in November, so within the next week, and it's probably happened already if it hasn't already happened. The casino platform, as I said, will be launching this month according to the roadmap. So that's, there's a lot of momentum in this coin right now. I'm getting to this chart, and it's not going to be a dead chart. I can promise you that. It actually looks rather bullish from a technical analysis standpoint. But before we get into that, we'll get into the staking. Now, what you can actually do is you can stake your Nevada coins in the staking pool here for a high APY, right? 267% APY. And I assume that APY, and it might sound a bit scammy, but I assume that will go down as more people get into the token itself, as it usually does with most lower cap coins. But the point is, you can stake your coins and then obviously get rewards from that. And if you wanted to, you could use those rewards into casino. So you basically gamble for free, essentially, which, sounds good to me. And the point is, we've got the tokenomics here as well. And the reason why the tokenomics are interesting for Nevada is because it encourages natural growth of the token. So you can see that we have basically a 9% fee on every transaction, or they call it a tax. 2% of this goes into marketing, 3% goes into staking, which is, I'm assuming, staking rewards, 2% goes into the development of the actual platform itself, and 2% goes into auto liquidity. Now, the reason why this is interesting is because when you're actually, well, first of all, it's one of the lower amount of fees on any transaction you're going to get on the Binance Smart Chain. Usually you're looking at least double digits in fees. So to start off with, it's actually quite low in comparison to other coins on its caliber. Another reason why it's good is because 2% of that is actually going to go back into buying the token, and 2% is going to go back into marketing. So essentially, whenever you buy or sell Nevada, any transaction you do, a small percentage of your transaction is actually going to go into building the token higher in valuation, and also giving the devs more money to spend on more fundamental progress on the token. So essentially, you might think of that as a negative thing from your personal perspective, but if you think about every other person who is transacting with this token that you are currently holding is paying a little bit to improve the token, it's definitely got the potential to have some solid fundamentals due to an excess amount of money that the team is going to have to spend, and also due to the fact that, well, the price is just going to be naturally going upwards on every single buy and sell a little bit more. So that's great to see as well. What we'll actually do now is we'll jump straight into the technical analysis, because this is a technical analysis channel, and I wouldn't bring you something if I didn't think the technicals looked at least okay, right? And the reason is, Nevada token, the technicals do actually look better than okay, right? They look pretty good. Obviously, this is a new coin, right? So we can see it came out here in late October, so it's about a month old. So it's not, it's particularly old, and we can't get a really good point of view on what's actually happening with technical analysis. But what we can say is this coin looks a lot like a lot of the coins we're looking like, in the July period. Now, the reason being, I want you to imagine something quickly. This is, early 2021, late 2020. This is the May period and the parabolic season, and then this is the crash in May and July. And what's happening now is a bit of a rise, and we can see a little cup formation happening. Obviously, those aren't the actual dates. This is actually early October, and this is all this month. But the point is, the structure is very similar to a lot of coins like Solana, like Avalanche, like Luna, that were building in that late July, early August time period, and Nevada looks very similar to that. As you guys know, technical analysis is basically a form of human psychology repeating on the chart endlessly, and it applies to all coins, and it will apply to Nevada coin. Now, the market cap is relatively small. From what I've seen, it's about 3 million, or a little bit over 3 million market cap. So it's big enough for technical analysis to actually take effect, which is great to see. You can see some fundamental resistance and support zones starting to come in here for Nevada token, which is actually really good to see. Now, the reason why I'm interested in these technicals is because we're seeing, as I said, something very similar to what we saw on most coins earlier in this year, or in the middle of this year, in that May, June, July period, where we're seeing the rounding out on the bottom and the little cup formation, and we're also holding very confidently the support zone here between these two regions here at around 0.0025 cents and 0.0032 cents. And we've held that support. For support, we've seen a double bottom formation and we've started heading back to the upside. We flipped the 100 SMA, which is a major support zone, especially for a smaller cap token, because that is basically all you have. So that's a major support zone that we've actually managed to flip confidently, right? We closed multiple candles above there and we saw some massive volume intake coming in. We also saw a bullish divergence here on Nevada token back here only 2 days ago at these prices down here, which shows us that that is in fact a very major support zone that is supported by bullish divergences. There's not much selling pressure around at these points. Now this is already retraced quite massively from its all-time high. It's about 2x down from its all-time high. But it's actually not to worry, because what we saw here is something similar to what we're seeing here, right? I'll circle two areas. We saw a massive cup formation. Let me get the pen out again. A massive cup formation, rounding bottoms, and then a spike to the upside. And we're seeing the same thing happen again. A massive cup formation, rounding bottoms, and then a spike to the upside, most likely. And the reason why I'm saying that is most likely is because, what did I just say before? I said before that the main utility of this token, which is the casino platform, is actually going to be coming out this month, which finishes in 5 to 6 days. So within the next 5 to 6 days, there is going to be basically the most major thing that Nevada token is doing, which is the whole utility of a token, or the major part of utility of a token, which is the casino platform. And so there is going to be hype building around that. We can already see some large volume spikes coming in, and no doubt when that actually releases and professional players start coming in, there is the potential for further growth in Nevada token. So that's what I'm seeing for it, guys. I think it's genuinely a promising project, at least to keep an eye on. Now, I will be tracking it closely, and we'll see whether it is worthy of making more videos on in the future. Maybe not even sponsored videos. We'll have to see what happens. Now, obviously, with micro cap coins or low cap coins, it's not necessarily a micro cap. It's got 3 million. There is a massive high side return, but there also is a massive high downside risk. So you have to do your own research. But from what I'm seeing, the fundamentals look promising. Everything is lining up. The technicals don't look too bad as well. So let's see what happens with Nevada token, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.